Greetings, magical souls. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I've come on today to just share the fact that I will be doing another global healing event. And this is going to take place at 12 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, the 9th of October, which is my Thursday morning. So by that stage, it'll be the 1010 portal. I only realized that now, and that's a little bit freaky. Anyway, I I've come on today because the interesting thing is that after I opened the portal for the animals in the US 2 weeks ago now, about 2 days after that, I was given the guidance that the next one would not be anywhere on land, but it would be with the water. And at the time, I didn't really appreciate it. And this morning, I woke up and all of a sudden it was like, oh my word, all the hurricanes, all the floods, all those kinds of things that are going on. And I understand what the water is. It sort of struck me. And then I went into meditation and thought, well, I'm not sure exactly what this is or how this works. And I got a lot of information and confirmation as to where my mind was going this morning. So I do find it interesting that I already was almost had the guidance that it would be happening with water. The reason I've chosen this time is because I would like for it to be the evening in Europe, across the UK, South Africa, places like that. I'm aware of the fact that it is midday in parts of the US or later on in the afternoon, and I know it's during the week, but it just matters that I have some bodies on for the live to create the container. And then if anybody wants to, they can listen to it afterwards. Again, it will be available for free download on my website within an hour of the event having been completed. There are a few things that I have been asked to share because we're working with the water, and this is something a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over them here, but I will make sure, because I might forget something here because I've got lots of notes scribbled down. And what I will do is in the description box, I will put in everything that I'm going to talk about here in case you just want to refer back to it. If there is anything that you would like to do during, whether you're watching it later or if you're going to attend the live event, I will also put links to booking for the event, for the live Zoom, in the description box below. So this is going to go much like the last one that we did, where you will just really need to hold your own space. We will all be in the container and we will all be focusing our energy in the same place, and you'll be guided by my voice, what I'm saying. Nothing really for you to do except send out all of your love, all of your joy, all of your hope, and anything else. So there are a few things here. If you can, during the event, perhaps, I know that some people have these really, really awesome properties where they almost back onto a stream or something like that. If you are able to, and if it calls to you, if you can find a way to have your feet, or even just be sitting right next to the water, have your feet in the water, have a hand in the water, whatever it is, awesome. If you can't do that, if you can at least have just one glass of water around you, standing next to you, sitting in front of you, so that any of your energy that you are sending out into this portal actually goes into the water that is in your space at the time. And you can have one glass of water, you can have 20 glasses of water, whatever floats your boat. The water is important. The other thing is if you can wear blue, or you can sit on a blue towel, a mat, a napkin, a blanket, anything like that, just to bring in the color blue. I know all of this sounds really, really strange, but I've been asked to share it just to help us connect more with the energy of water. And I think it's all going to make sense in the actual event. And I think it'll make sense also by the time it'll make a little bit more sense by the time I get to the end of this video. Just for anybody out there who perhaps isn't aware, water holds memory, and water's vibration and actual physical structure can be changed depending on what energy is sent to it. So whether there are words spoken that are negative versus words spoken that are positive actually affect the physical structure of water. So the intention here is to really go in and transmute anything that is inorganic in these storms that are happening. I know it's in the US right now, but they might be everywhere else. And the other thing that we can do is, even if they are organic, there is a lot of turmoil happening right now. And the intention is to try and just literally calm those waters and change the frequency of the water. It helps the entire planet. It helps Gaia herself. And of course, if we can add a sense of calm and send out a wave of peace into this water, perhaps the effects of the water will not be as bad. I'm obviously thinking first and foremost about the animals, but of course, there are people on the ground, and it's our beautiful planet herself that is, going through all this turmoil. So there's going to be some chanting, and this can all be done by you, whatever calls to you. But I'm being asked to say that if anybody feels like they need to speak, I was reminded that our throat chakra, the color of our throat chakra is blue, and that ties into the theme of water. There is a lot going on at the moment where we've been suppressed and held back, and this is an opportunity to actually share your voice with the water. So that container of water that's sitting in front of you, be it a bowl, a glass, or whatever, it doesn't matter. It can even be a pail. For you, everybody to put their own codes from their blueprint, their energy into that water. Then after the event, if you have water that is nearby, a body of water, be it a lake, a stream, the ocean, whatever it is, to take that water from the event that you've spoken into and that you've infused all your energy into and all your good intentions, all your love, your peace, your joy, and to then go and pour it into your body of water that is near you or around you. Some of us live inland. There are no bodies of water that are nearby us. And in that case, if you can please just find an area of earth that you can pour it into. I know what we can do with the water that's poured into earth. It will go to the right places, and it's going into Gaia anyway. So this is why I've been guided to do this water. The nature spirits are going to help us. The dragons are going to help us. I've been asked to call in Archangel Metatron. This is big. I feel a little bit out of my depth, excuse the pun, but the animals are really, really important. It's also not lost on me that when I opened that portal 2 weeks ago, that normally I always set a time limit for the portals to remain open, and I was guided not to this time, and look where we are sitting. So that portal over the States is still open. It will remain open until the archangels and the dragons feel that it should be closed, but that is currently available to all the animals that may be suffering or crossing over at this time. And I'm so glad that we opened that when we did, because this first hurricane hit just a week later. So if you feel that this is something that you'd like to take part in, please do join me. I would love it if you can. Please share it with your friends, and all of us adding our own little unique signature of joy, love, peace, happiness into the water, I've been told, is what really needs to be done. And then what is going to happen is, as we add that into the water, it is going to, and as we focus all our energy on the water of the globe, that is then going to filter into the rest of the water and help to change the structure of the existing water. So I work with water a lot. I actually take photographs of my water when I do my chakra sprays and that. I'll share something in here so you guys can see it. Not many people know I do this, but I do find it fascinating. And the water really is, we are pretty much 90% water, and our planet is covered in water. And we are all birthed in water. We're all in water as while we are in utero. There's so much going on about water at the moment, and this feels really, really, really big. So I do hope that you will join me. As I say, as many as we can get on the live is great, because then we create the container and all that energy is in there, and then everybody that taps into it afterwards in their own time. If you can't attend the live, you just then add your own energy to that container, so it remains very, very potent. And even if you only stumble across this, in 2 weeks' time or a month's time or whatever, you can still send your beautiful, peaceful, loving vibes to the bodies of water that cover our planet. Links will be in the description box. I hope to see you there, and wishing you all a magical day further.